Good morning. Hello. I'm MJ. I'm the founder of Ultra Love, and I like doing these tarot readings for my community and sharing them for a little bit of fun and entertainment. And who knows, maybe some relevant insight for your life. My intention with tarot card reading is to offer divine guidance and loving clarity. I'm an intuitive. I've been on an intuitively guided journey. And here we are. Today, it's Tuesday, August 9th. There's a powerful and potent full moon coming up in 2 days. So I hope that you're all prepared for this and that you're doing all right. Ultimately, Ultra Love is about choosing love. There's these discernment pieces around the word love because it's not talking about romantic love. It's not talking about everyone's holding hands and singing Kumbaya. It's a more unifying perspective, basically recognizing that we're all in this cray container, and from this community, it's like there's so much fighting and division. It's like, how do we find a way of living together on the planet and not ideally dropping bombs on each other? So it's a wild time, hey ho. And I'm trying to think, like, when was it? I'm pretty sure like every human that ever existed was like, it's a wild time to be alive. Or not. It's just my own noodles, my own perspective. So let's get into the reading for today, Tuesday, August 9th. Some of you guys might be having a bit of an awakening. And it's impassioning you. It's maybe impassioning you to feel more bold in your connection. It feels kind of businessy to me as well. Like you might be defending yourself against the King of Swords reverse and making some changes to how you're working. This does feel like maybe a boss, and it's likely there's going to be a tower moment that comes down, okay? So tower moments are out of our control, sometimes connected to other people's decisions, but this is a judgment call. And initially, and again, these are kind of the energies we're in, like initially it might feel brutal. And this could be to do with the collective. It could be to do with like governments saying you can't do that, and people rising up and being like, nah, you can't control the land. You can't, it's like that, not Die Hard. It's something about freedom. It's a Scottish movie. Help me out here, folks. With Mel Gibson, I want to say, and he's a freedom fighter. Anywho. Okay, so the guidance here too. Okay, so tower moments out of our control. This is possibly a boss or a governmental institution, clamping down. I'm aware that there's sort of this cumulative energy. I think that's the right word. I can't speak it today, but a rising up energy leading to a kind of completion cycle that traces back to the beginning of this global pandemic and all the lockdown energies and these rather radical shape-shifting energies around our global economy, global healthcare systems, etc., etc. And like a tower coming down could just be like, hella shazam, like massive awakenings, like all around, people just being like, no, you can't control, or like, or yay. I don't know, maybe some people really dig on it, I don't know. However, like straight up legit, for a lot of you guys, the best outcome is to just lay down the burden. Like if there are things outside of your control, endeavor, and I know it's so challenging, like I'm in it too, but like just try to ignore it. Lay it down. Like, you ultimately, as individuals here, we can't control what some of these government officials or some of these authoritarian bodies, they're going to be doing. And like, fundamentally, if it's really opposed to our values, or if it doesn't align with us, essentially ignore it and live your life. I'm hearing, I think, Rihanna song, Live Your Life. I don't know. So the Ten of Pentacles here is saying, like, if you can lay down the burden of taking on too many responsibilities, of you know, trying to control things that you can't control, if you can just lay down that burden, you will be successful. 10 of Pentacles. You will be able to manifest the life that you need, that you want. And for some of you guys who align here, there'll be a sense of a quiet leadership, you know, like not anything to do with domination and control, but leadership through example. So some of you guys might literally be manifesting quite a successful career, or yeah, like money. Maybe you'll win the lottery, who knows, right? But yeah, you're feeling more impassioned, knowing that if you trust your heart, if you move forward from a place of integrity, you will end up eventually getting to calmer waters. But this is a very like there's a lot of dynamism, especially with the Tower card. And then here there's this Judgment. So this is making me think like this is a sort of a spiritual awakening, or yeah, a kind of like a shift, okay? Like all these things out of your control, and like you're starting to feel actually quite positive about yourself. And it could be as simple as that. Like you're just feeling like, you know what, I'm doing okay, and I'm going to trust my heart, my soul. I'm going to move forward in the direction that I feel guided to, and I'm going to trust the outcome. So straight up, like for today, there's a super intense energy around like really trust your personal intuition. And I get that sometimes, like as well-intentioned as people can be, they don't know your heart and soul necessarily. And certainly, and I fully get this, but like when you're more sensitive and intuitive, it's not the convention, right? Like typically that's not how the world programs us to live our lives. So being intuitive, like there's a whole bunch of other people that might be saying some shit in your ear about like what you should do and this, but like they don't know your life the way you do. So like, and I recently had a profound experience around intuition, and like intuition didn't particularly want to do something, and I, El Clasico, like rationalized out of it. Like I kind of like made an excuse, like, oh no, they're nice, or oh no, like do that basically to please the other person rather than just honoring the intuition. And it never ends well. Like whenever one denies the intuition, it just doesn't end well. So trust yourself. For some of you, there's this Mother of Pentacle energy where I'm feeling this like real grounded like earthy mother love, and this could be to do with, yeah, that definitely could be to do with a child and in a familial situation where you're you're really having to like hold the fort, as it were. Like you're gonna have to stay really grounded, really loving, really compassionate, because I'm getting the sense of like the, you know, when these little eggies are brewing, the hen or the bird or whatever would be like nurturing it, like keeping it warm, making sure, right, it's growing properly. And this is making me think as well that there's something, even though this might be really uncomfortable times, etc., what we're growing or what we're gestating is something golden, like something super beautiful. There's these golden pentacles, and then there's the moon and the sun, and there's a lot of these these golden spherical balls. So this is, for some of you anyway, this is a lot to do with your personal power, your personal sense of integrity, and trusting your intuition. Because for, I would say, a lot of the world as such, being more enlivened, i.e. being more fully alive and empowered and compassionate, right? Not through domination, not through like manipulation. No, that's like old school. Be in your heart, right, of truth, and then be guided from that place, because more and more and more of us fundamentally are going to have to be really living in that kind of regenesis to lead the way through example, again, not through fear and control. So let me know if that resonates with you guys. Hala Shazam, and have a great Tuesday. Wishing you well. Thank you all for being my friend, internet friends, and the support system for All to Love. I really, really appreciate it. And just keep choosing love, you guys. You're amazing. Love you loads. Peace out.